With Wrath of the Lich King right around the corner and pre-patch less than a week away, many people have been making videos about how you need to get the Brutal Gear from Season 4 for leveling. But why is Brutal Gear so awesome for a fresh character and or an alt that's been semi-neglected through the phases? Welcome back, I'm Mincy, and I'll be going over why it's so nice to obtain these PvP pieces and making Wrath leveling much smoother for yourself. Two big points come to mind why obtaining the Brutal Gear is important in pre-patch. One, because you have no competitions on tokens and or dungeon gear, and that's pretty huge if you ask me, because the less competition, the more likely you are to guarantee yourself said upgrades versus losing time or losing the pieces to another class or another person. And two, which I will go into a lot more detail, is the sheer amount of stamina and resilience on these said pieces. Now, you may be asking yourself, Incy, why do we care about these stats? Well, I'm here to answer that, actually. So, resilience is a stat that reduces the chance to be critically hit. 1% of resilience will reduce the chance to be critically hit by 1%, reducing the damage taken from crits by 2.2%. Now, this is improved from 2% from 3.0.3 patch. Now, we're getting the 3.3.5 patch, so that's kind of important to note. Now, it also reduces the damage done by dots by 1% and reduces the amount of mana drained by 1%. While there is no limit to the reduction in critical strike hit chance, the damage taken from critical strikes can only be reduced by a maximum of 33%, up from 25% in the Burning Crusade. So for some real nerdy math, here's an example. Prior to patch 4.1, resilience followed a linear return. Y equals 0.010501205100299 times the resilience amount plus 0.006059569904. Kind of a lot. But for example, damage was reduced by 15.75% when 1500 resilience was equipped. Now this formula is set up for level 80. At level 80, the rating required per 1% of resilience is 82. Meanwhile, it only took a mere 39.4 resilience rating per 1% at level 70. And because the damage reduction was capped at 25%, players only needed 12.5 resilience or 492.5 resilience rating to hit the so-called resilience cap. With this knowledge, we can see the amount of damage reduction we can obtain from gear. So, for example, on the rogue, with brutal gear, weapons, and some off pieces, besides trinkets, we're looking at 284 resilience. This equals out to 7.2%. That means we have 7.2% reduced chance to be critically hit, and also reduces the damage taken by said crits by 15.9%. It also reduces the dots damage by 7.2%, and if you were a mana user in this situation, you would also reduce the mana draining effect by 7.2%. Why does this add up to be beneficial? Well, reducing the damage taken is big for uptime. A greater uptime means getting ahead of the pack. Getting ahead of the pack means less competition. And, a fun fact, it allows some squishier classes to do just more than one or two mobs. So you might be killing a lot faster, you might be surviving a lot longer, but you're also able to finish quests faster. Obviously, I hardly have to explain stamina, but more health equals more survivability. From tier 6 pieces, we get 298 stamina. Now, with the Brutal set, we have a whopping 514 stamina, nearly allowing us to double the stamina that we get. Now, recently, Blizzard also lowered the prices of all these pieces as well, making them much less of a time sink to obtain. Now, I wouldn't go questing in arena stats like 1200 or 1400 resilience. 10% damage reduction is cool, but considering that some classes have talents for damage reduction, like shamans, rogues, warriors, etc., the 10% mark allows you to output damage while still having a phenomenal amount of survivability. I hope this gave you a base understanding of how the Brutal Gear benefits you, and I hope it shows it in a very understandable light. Now, I've been streaming loads. If that's your type of thing, feel free to drop a follow there. It's in the description below, as well as probably on screen right now. Come pre-patch, which is in 6 days, I'll be streaming roughly about 12 to 14 hours a day, getting both my rogues set up, and I also have a third mystery class that I want help from the community. Both Twitch and YouTube would be awesome. So in the Discord down below, once the first rogue is finished, we will be going ahead and opening up a poll to figure out what the third class should be. Now, I'm going to have more than 3 classes, but this is specifically in pre-patch. Will I have these 3 classes taken care of and potentially at least geared with Brutal Gear. So I'm really looking forward to all the grinds and all the gearing and farming. It's going to be so much fun. I've been waiting for Wrath for years, it feels like. I've been playing on, you know. But I'm exceptionally excited and hyped for the Wrath of Lich King launch, and I hope you are as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.